Recording. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose.
Where two black-ass girls finally invade a black dating show.
Ready to love.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Justine.
And we just watched episode 3. 3, is it?
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because the cast.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Yes. Episode 3 of Ready to Love. We are really starting to learn these people. Mm-hmm. We are really now actually able to pick favorites and people that we can't stand.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things I would like to say.
Oh. Uh-oh.
On this here episode.
Okay.
Just, start us off, Justine. What were your initial thoughts?
Okay.
Yes.
So we had our first fights of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Some good ones, and they had some pretty interesting themes. Nina had some self-sabotage going on that we'll get into, but I think is really interesting when talking about dating. Also going back to the conversation that we had about talking about your ex, talking bad about them. She's now mentioned 2 exes that were absolutely wretched and doesn't talk bad about them, but also doesn't seem to be over it. So just because you don't talk bad about them doesn't mean that you're not over it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
And then we had Chika's first delve into his hotepatarian traditions.
Traditions.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
As I was watching the episode, I was just like, Justine, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I had to educate Nate on what a hotep was. Oof. I tried my best. Yeah. But I know you will give us the full lay of the land on this episode.
And I don't want to get into it too much because I feel like he's going to be doing this all season. So I don't want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we got our first taste. And also, as a real fan and champion of Black love, I'm just so excited to see all these Black women dating other Black men on such a large platform as OWN. And just seeing them be happy, go on dates, plan group outings that were like really fun and not stereotypical by any means of like a common group date, like planting and then wine. How cute is that?
I've never seen that before.
Me either, and I want to do it. Yeah. Like, that's so nice. And then just seeing them be friends in our IG comments is just really heartwarming and just something that I aspire to get to the point where I'm like dating out here. Lots of Black girl magic surrounding me. Like, I can't wait to get there.
Yes.
And yeah, that's it. What do you have to say?
Well, yeah. Well, to echo what you just said, it is. This is why I love this show. It is so refreshing to seeing beautiful Black people just like dating in love, like going after it. Love is like the most common theme of any movie, television show, reality show. Like so many things are based on love. Yeah. And yet we have so few examples in reality TV in particular of Black people dating. There's so many dating reality shows, but this is like the one that really just caters to showing us getting love. Yeah. And giving a very positive view of Black love. So yeah, it's very refreshing, and yes, it's very. I like also that takes place in the real world. So yeah, we're seeing them do real dates, going to brunch, going to like what potted plants and sip. I don't know, sipping plant. I don't know what you call that. I've never seen that before in my life. But doing like actual real world dates, and I just love it. Just it's so grounded in reality because they actually are dating in real life, and they're not in this fairy tale bubble. So it's like it's so much more relatable. I don't know. Yeah,
definitely.
So yeah, but that aside, so one of my thoughts was, so Will Packer, when they started the show, the casting special, he said that, they did a better job this season picking the guys. They picked older guys, more mature. We're all here ready for love, after we were scarred by crazy ass Aaron last season. But there still seems to be some duds in the pack because we had 2 rise to the top this episode.
Yeah.
I'm talking specifically about Terrell and Milk Dud, Mike, the truck driver, who were both so focused on looks, the women's bodies, everything physical, and just being creepy and whack and corny and all of that. Yeah. And obviously showing signs of not being ready for love, or not being serious about love. And still learning how to treat a woman at their ripe-ass ages. Yep. So that was very troubling, and I have the feeling that there are more men in the pack who are going to reveal themselves, because I'm already seeing signs from multiple of them. Yeah. So that was one thought. And the next is... to go on a dating reality show, this is not for the faint of heart. You have to be you need to be healed. You need to be mature. You need to be very self-assured, very self-confident to go on a national platform, compete against other women, be, gawked over by multiple men. You have to be at a level of confidence and just self-assuredness to even deal with that. And I think with Nina, because we're seeing Nina, she's kind of, this process is already eating her alive. Only episode 3. Yep. And you can tell that she's of course ready for love. She wants love. She's dealt with some crazy shit with 2 guys, and you can tell she wants love, but beneath the surface, there's a lot that she's still dealing with. Yeah. There's definitely a sense of lack of self-confidence that she still needs to work on, and it's tough to be working on that and then coming on a show like this where the women, everybody's waist is snatched, everybody got big asses, the guys look good, to come into that environment when you are still working on healing or dealing with your own confidence issues, we're seeing her kind of unravel because she's not fully there yet. Yeah. And it's sad because hearing what she's gone through with the ex, the baby daddy, and then the ex, the one that she found the video of. Yeah. It's just sad because it's more than anyone she deserves to love, but it's that's a lot of healing to have to go through.
Exactly. And I would love to just have the larger conversation of dating while healing, because I think that's a really interesting thing, because it's not like people who are healing don't deserve love. Right. But I do think there's part of Nina that we're seeing that is looking for validation as well as love. And that's where it becomes tricky if you're healing while you're dating. But I think if she went on this show and she was like, look, I'm still in therapy because of this, and this, and I'm trying to do the best by my son and by me, and I'm looking for love at the same damn time. I think that would have been probably a better approach if she was even more honest about where she is in her healing and all of that stuff. But right now, like you said, she's at a point where the show is already eating her up. And it's technically for them, it's episode 2.
2, because the casting special, if we don't count that, this is only episode 2.
And she's already having multiple breakdowns.
Oh my gosh, she cried twice on this episode with 2 different people about 2 different things. Shit. And let's not forget how much she's probably crying on her own too, because that's in front of people. That means she's very heightened emotionally. So when she goes home after the mixer, she's releasing in the privacy of her home.
Yes, and maybe she's tapped into those emotions, so she is just releasing on call, but
on deck, tears on
just
deck,
ready at any time. But it's not because I don't want to have this stigma that people who are in some sort of a healing or dealing with past stuff don't deserve to date or shouldn't date at all, because I don't think that's the truth.
True.
But yeah. Oof, sorry, girl. I just went on a tangent on your tangent. Sorry.
No, that is a really good... I mean, we'll probably dig into this more, but just, that idea of dating while healing.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're healing doesn't mean you can't still date, but it's tricky. How do you do that?
Right.
You know? So, well, we have, Nina gave us lots of content.
She
so
did.
We'll definitely get to it.
Thanks, girl.
Thanks, girl. Many things to talk about.
Hey, guys. That's a little taste of this week's episode. If you want to hear the full recap,
head on over to patreon.com/2blackgirls1rose and sign up to get weekly recaps and other Bachelor content from us.
See you next week.